know the 72-hour rule?
He would have died.
He would have died.
The dolphins are out though.
Oh, I'm not a dolphin. Oh. Oh. Oh.
So was it yesterday with the two people, and 3-4 days ago was our incident? Like I said, so it's an everyday thing, like I was saying. We needed to pull anchor anyway.
It's looking at me.
Look at me. Why are you lying to me?
I'm not lying.
Blatantly to my
I'm not lying. I'm not video recording you right now.
Right now.
I'm not video recording you.
Move it around then. Move it around. Do you think you were born yesterday? Like, I can feel you. I read your thoughts before you can even know what you're thinking.
I don't think, so it's impossible.
Forget that I'm a magical species in this world, so that makes sense. I need to tune you out.
You are something.
Yeah. So
Fireball of fury.
do you think I was born yesterday?
Oh. You're gonna hit the rocks.
Yeah.
Only you would say, yeah, move closer to the rocks to anchor.
It's windy.
Yeah.
Why?
I want to see.
Deep breath. Your adrenaline's probably just pumping. Yeah, it's always good to just like stick close to the shoreline around here.
I'm not gonna get into the ocean for a long time.
No, you'll be alright.
I'm up here on vacation and I'm very happy that I will see my family once again.
So what?
That I will see my family once again.
Is your family here?
Oh,
Oh, they're on shore?
yeah.
Normally a lot calmer, right? And then these winds just get all crazy.
Oh,
Dude, the dolphins are out though.
oh, I'm not a dolphin. Oh. 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 vacation, and I'm very happy that I will see my family.
That what?
That I will see my family once again.
Is your family here?
Oh,
Oh, they're on shore?
yeah.
Deep breath. Your adrenaline's probably just pumping. Yeah, it's always good to just like stick close to the shoreline around here.
I'm not going to get into the ocean for a long time.
No, you'll be alright. You know, it's just Hawaii is just something different, and a lot of people don't know. You know, the waters, and it's just it you know, it happens to a lot of people. It's not new. It happens every day here. You know, we listen to the radio, and every day it's like stuff like that happens. You know.
Yeah, those face masks kind of have some issues.
That's a sweet little kayak. We're going out here like super quick. See that? But that's the thing, it's like I didn't do anything, because if this boat wasn't anchored right here, that man would have died. Like,
Let's go downstairs and chill.
God, my heart. Like, I like felt him at that moment. Like, he was fighting for his life right there. Like, I've been there too. I've had to be saved by a lifeguard before. Like, I think we've all been there and been helpful. Like, and you're like, I thought I was a better swimmer. And just like him, he's like, I'm a pilot. I'm trained for this. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, this ocean shows no mercy. It doesn't care who you are. What happened? My adrenaline.
Yeah, I just texted her.
Taylor is a hero.
I said that you rescued the guy.
So now when I'm up here and I stare at people, like I have these like
No, it's legitimate. It's legitimate. All day it happens.
like, but you know how like, I'm terrified of the ocean myself, right? I live on it and I like hold all these fears, and because I know what happened. I'm so happy that I was like there. Oh God, my heart. I've never seen stuff like that.
We should call Coast Guard, yeah?
And say what?
See if they even called it in. Because they
Nah, I don't know. Oh God, I honestly, like my adrenaline just like went like right into like, I don't even know what mode I went into, but I think I stayed calm.
Yeah, you did.
I do better when it's other people, like, but like honestly, to be honest, I've never seen someone that exhausted.
I'm glad you got to see it.
He was lethargic.
It hasn't hit you yet, but I'm
No.
glad you were part of that. You got to see it.
He was completely lethargic. Like, and just to think, like, even if, say, we had been anchored where we were the other day, that might have been too late. Do you know what I mean, though? Like, but luckily he did rip his mask off, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, those
He was chasing those spinner dolphins. I bet. He said, I didn't know how to ask him. Don't talk to them too much. Yeah, if that happens again, let them catch their breath.
I did.
Okay, you did good.
Did I not?
You did good. No, you did great. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down and chill out. She's got it.
I just calmed
I didn't
down.
have to do anything.
But you know how sometimes people feel like idiots, and you're just like, no, and he's like, yeah, jump in, just calm down, it's all good. Like,
Hey, I've been in that situation a few times, and one time is why I quit surfing.
he wants you. I knew that kayaker was coming right for the boat, because he just like hauled ass out here.
I even got my heart rate up a little bit once I realized what was going on. You know? Those masks. The guy almost died. Like literally almost died.
And you landed on a yacht.
Yeah. That DLNR just can't stand having in the state of Hawaii.
That just saved somebody's life.
Right. That we can't dinghy to shore. Where people like that are drowning, by the way.
God, my heart. Like, I like felt him at that moment. Like, he was fighting his... I think he was fighting for his life right there. When I saw how he couldn't... Like, because at the moment I didn't know, like, do I jump on and jump the dinghy because he was holding on
Did he
fast?
still have his mask on?
No.
So he had grabbed the dinghy, taken his mask off, or he just grabbed the dinghy. So whenever you saw him, he was probably a good like 30 seconds to 5 minutes away from drowning. He didn't have his mask on.
And I said, take your mask off.
See, I told you, I knew it was on. I knew it was on when he was grabbing the dinghy.
And I said, take your mask off, take your mask off. And he like could barely even have the energy to take it. And I just said, take that thing off. And he took it off. And then like, he was literally, his fingertips were holding onto the side. Like holding on by his fingertips. And if he let go, granted, I would have called you and gotten on the paddleboard right away. But like, still.
Yeah, I mean, in this situation, if he passed the boat up, you would have just untied that. We would have untied it and just swam down, grab a flotation device.
And we could have floated and
then just let the wind take you straight to him, get him on the board, and then just cruise for a minute. Let him catch his breath and figure out where they're at.
Well, you shouldn't have been anchored there to begin with.
Yeah, watch, I get a fine for being anchored more than 72 hours. If I wouldn't follow the 72-hour rule,
he would have died.
He would have died.
Yeah. So his wife got worried on shore. Did you hear the guy say that?
Yeah, luckily they found some guy with a kayak.
I think he works there or something. He seems pretty professional. He's been in
Yeah, I don't know about working there, but I mean... Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's not his first time coming out. You don't see hardly any kayaks in here. Yeah, it's just, you know, they get tired. The main thing is, you know, it's middle-aged guys, yeah, that are dying with those masks.
Oh, sorry, my adrenaline's like... I've never seen... Like, I almost could get, like, emotional because I'm like, he, like,
Probably will.
Almost, like, died in front of my eyes. And, like, just what are the chances of me coming... Like, literally, why did I get up? I know we were going, but I put my backpack on and I hopped right up here, like... And then, literally...
Would you have done anything different if it happened again? Tomorrow, same scenario?
I called you right away, so that's good. I would have jumped on the dinghy and grabbed his hand.
Yeah. Or throwing something to him that floats?
I thought about throwing him a fender, but he was...
But you got to make sure he's going to grab onto it.
So here's the thing, he can barely get the paddle.
Exactly.
And so here's the thing, like, also...
He couldn't self-rescue anymore. So basically, he couldn't self-rescue probably, and if you weren't there. So you literally saved his life today.
Lines too, but I was like happy they were there, and he just like grabbed onto the line, and then he just like calmly like stood in the water. But at this point, like I had reach of him, and he had hold of the ladder, and once he had hold of the ladder, I said, just do not let go of this, like, and then I said, when you get the energy, pull yourself up.
So you saw him put his mask in the dinghy?
Yeah, well, he was like this, and then the first thing I said was take that mask off.
But that's how it gets you, is you think you're getting air, and you're not, and then you become hypoxic without knowing. Think of it somewhat like the generator inside of the running in the garage, and that carbon monoxide going back into the house in the return bin.
It's just so real.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm taking things so serious sometimes? I've seen things you haven't.
Why do you think I get scared to swim?
There's no reason to be scared here.
Homie just almost...
He would have been fine. It was that mask. He would have been fine.
Oh.
It's that mask. Like, literally. Like, the only reason. And did you notice that it's less windy this morning than the last few days? Or last week?
Is this less windy?
Yeah. That wind line's further out. See, look, we never got these lows.
Well, there's a reason why we didn't go to shore when we did.
I was just thinking how, man, I wish I had my dinghy running.
that's an emergency reason.
That's why I'm trying to get that electric motor.
You're gonna have a rescue set up on the paddleboard soon.
Yeah.
I got him though. It's so crazy how fast things happen. And like he's still probably gonna stay a shop. Like I don't think
he was in fight or flight. He was in shock when he left in the kayak.
Yeah. I didn't want to rush him off.
He had hit fight or flight several minutes before he even got to the boat. Yeah.
He started panicking. Well, we know the current's ripping that way.
Oh yeah.
Scary.
And you look so pretty and cute doing a life-saving rescue mission. But you see why I do all these scenarios all the time, you know, and I mean, mentally I'm prepared for stuff like that.
Like that was the last thing I was expecting. Like, was to like, I seriously thought it was like one of your moaning things playing on Bluetooth, and I'm like, it literally took me a minute to like.
What did he sound like when you first heard him after he took the mask? You didn't hear it? Did you hear him with the mask on?
He was gasping terror. Like,
with the mask on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moans that I heard was.
So wait. With the mask on.
Take your mask off. Gasping.
No, in all reality, this happened. People have been gassed to get in the boat before. Yes.
It's to save your life. All
Right.
Do it in the least place that'll hurt the least.
No, yeah, that's a real deal. Look it up. People using gas to get people alive and dead back in boats.
There's dolphins? Yeah! They were right by.
Do you think the dolphins knew?
Yeah, absolutely.
They were next to him?
I think they feel energies. They were literally where he was. There was a ton of dolphins actually right next to the boat. Dolphins are the smartest creatures, and they probably circled him or something that he didn't even know. But dolphins they're known to do that. They can sense like energies, fear, you know, like emotions. They probably sense like fear. I need help.
No, that's why I'm curious.
Panic.
I'd like to, now I wish I
I've
had.
never seen dolphins here. They literally, I looked at him, I turned my head for some reason to see if there was like anybody else or going on. Double Colea, one! But that's the thing, it's like I didn't do anything because if this boat wasn't anchored right here, that man would have died. Like,
Let's go downstairs and chill for a minute.
why is your adrenaline going?
Yeah.
From that?
Yeah. That's fine.
I was like, you landed on the best boat. Seriously though, like you got a fireman, like I don't know what I'm doing, but
You handled everything. I didn't do
I'll try
anything.
to save you.
And the spot that you complained about, by the way. Oh, yeah. Another day at windy Maui County.
Like I had to calm down.
You're still calming down.
Well, that's the first time I ever saw him. Let's take the body.
I smell it.
My heart's still like, I want to go like meet this guy and be like, can I hug you? He was all thanking us and like, it's like, oh thank God he grabbed onto that dinghy. And like, I didn't know what to do. I almost like froze in time. Like I didn't know what to do. Do I jump on the dinghy?
No, it's like you got like people think when bad things happen, and I like just kind of sit down and chill for a second.
You need to think before you act.
Yeah.
Well, that was my thing. Is like when you saw he wasn't on a handboat and he kept going back on the dinghy. So that's why I didn't want to like.
Oh, he kept going back. He must have just grabbed the dinghy.
He did.
When
Like I don't. The timing was impeccable. But the thing is like you know sometimes.
Literally, if you didn't walk out right then and there, like he's probably dead. Yeah. Not much
I'm
though.
surprised that you let me just take over.
Yeah, I mean the guy was on grabbing. You had him on the ladder. That's all it needed. And I think all I did was say just put him or set him down or whatever, bring him to the ladder.
I didn't even know. Well, he had to get out of the water.
Where you grabbed the paddle when you pulled him.
He grabbed the paddle off the dinghy. I said, "Don't let go," and I pulled the dinghy forward. But I wanted him to be.
So he was holding on to the paddle,
He
and
was
the paddle didn't come out.
No, I took the paddle. I just wanted something long.
The black one or the yellow one?
This one.
The yellow one.
And then he grabbed onto this part.
The yellow.
This part, yeah.
Yeah, and then you pulled him in?
And then I pulled him in from the other end, and then...
He grabbed the ladder?
Then I grabbed him, and then he grabbed the ladder. And then the ropes were kind of like in the way, like all tangled. So I kind of got him under. I was like, don't even do anything. I was like, just hang on to the ladder in the water. Like, I was like, catch your breath. When you get your breath, like, come and sit down outside of the water. And then, like, once he came to, then he's like, I'm a pilot. We train for stuff like this. Like, it doesn't matter. I think it just, like, blew him away. He just didn't expect that to ever happen. Like, and I was like, it doesn't matter who you are. It just happens.
Yeah, but I always joke. It's going to be me choking on an M&M that gets me, not raging, selling in some hurricane.
Yeah, and he was like, I swam out this morning. It was fine. I'm like, well, it's a lot different than this morning. Like, the weather can ragey in the afternoon. But they don't know that.
Well, I bet you he was following them dolphins.
Oh, the dolphins were saving him.
I wonder if the dolphins would have saved him. Makes you wonder.
See how they're my spirit animal?
Yeah, but I don't think if those dolphins were circling them, I don't know if they would have been able to literally like hold them up out of the water and bring them to shore. I don't think they would have done that.
All I know is that dolphins descend when people are in distress, and there has been.
Well, I bet you there's a real good reason why those spinner dolphins were right there.
So that's what I'm saying, is that we haven't seen dolphins there at all. And they were right by the boat, which leads me to believe that they sensed that someone was in danger.
And then once he was on the boat, they swam away.
They knew that I was there, and they were like, oh, Sis got him. Like, he's all right now. He literally landed on a great boat to be on. You know what I mean? Like, experience-wise, like, with you there, like, we weren't going to let anything else happen.
I didn't like the dinghy not running.
You didn't? Because you could have got him to shore quicker.
Oh, I could have untied the dinghy and jumped in like every time. You know? I mean, we could have just put a buoy on the anchor and started the boat up is what would have happened. We would have tied a fender on the line and then just cut the anchor line.
Oh.
And we would have just got him in Kalea if we had enough time. That guy was almost dead.
But it didn't seem like I guess like it didn't seem so real because you never in your right mind would expect like somebody.
It's on my mind. That's why it was like turn the radio up, because basically whenever we're chilling on these like leeward sides, we're on the edge, kind of waiting to go
if we
somewhere else.
You know how many lives we'd probably saved?
No. It's just that it happens so often, and people die constantly. Black Rock, people would always die at Black Rock.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Drowning.
So you got to think like you got Kihei area, Wailea area, where everyone goes out there paddleboarding, looking at whales, and then the wind picks up. And you've got Olowalu, and you've got Grandma's, and you've got Thousand Peaks, and it happens every day almost. But I agree, it needs to be like, instead of filling out that stupid agriculture thing on the airplane coming over, they need to have like a legit, like, yeah, you gotta read this and take a test. Like, you just be careful in the ocean here. It's not Disneyland, is kind of the same.
Currents. The currents here.
No, I'm telling you, that guy wouldn't have had an issue at all if it wasn't for that full face mask.
You think it was strictly the face mask?
100%.
He wasn't in bad shape.
100%.
He wasn't like he was middle-aged, but he was older than you. But he was middle-aged, but he wasn't out of shape. Like, you saw the muscle tone in his arms. Do you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't an out-of-shape guy. Like, he was just... Oh, my heart. And then my adrenaline, like, I was all calm, and then, like, once I knew he was okay is when, like, I started freaking out. I was like, what the... Are you proud of me for not freaking out and saving a life?
Tell the people how you feel. There's like dirty fingers in there again, look.
I don't want to make That's a sweet little kayak. You got out here like super quick. See that?
Talk about right place at the right time. Yeah? Yeah.
Oh,
Did you know that was going to happen?
hey, bud. What's up, buddy? bud. Aw, he likes me. I know, I'm like the cool aunt. Hi, Jules. Here. Kate, you FaceTimed when... What happened with the lady?
Well, that lady in the Pili Shores, that mean lady.
What happened?
When she called DLNR.
Man, it hasn't been this flat in a while.
This is the first time we haven't heard wind in over 2 weeks. The selfie sticks. Whatever they're called.
What do we have to do tomorrow? Or
Tonight, or
you tonight?
break it out of the parking garage.
Why?
I think it's $80 a night. It's been there for like over 2 weeks.
Wait, do we really think that free parking would be open like that?
No.
And that nice?
No.
So we knew we were gonna do something parody.
I avoided.
What's your plan of action to get the van? Start from the boat to the van.
Eat. Oh my god. So we're gonna paddle board.
What time?
In about an hour after sunset. We're gonna we're gonna take fuel cans and a couple things of trash on the paddle board and go get ice cream, and then we're gonna break the van out and then go get Taco Bell, hopefully, and then drop Larissa back off of the boat. And I have to go to court tomorrow for driving my 6 horsepower dinghy in close to the beach in Apili. Biggest waste of time. So anyway, yeah, if I can't break it out, because we walked by there the other night and the gate was open and nobody was in the little security guard thing, but that was when we pulled that beach night all-nighter for sunrise. So we're hoping about 4 a.m.
Why does your neck not move?
It's the hair's covering it.
No, like, I just know, like, your eyes are moving, but your neck's not moving. Like, it's weird. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I've grown into this position.
You are, like, you'll see your eyes move, but your neck doesn't move. You just, like... Do you hate me?
Yeah.
This isn't the best angle, either.
So if there's an issue breaking it out, we're about to go to Kauai.
Are we?
I guess. I don't know. I really can't make plans. I'm just gonna leave it there. I got good anchor.
Wait, what's the breakout plan? What would you do? What'd you say to me before?
I gotta sneak in there real quiet and look how that gate's made. I could probably just get a couple wrenches and just take the gate part off with the guy in there. Or
you just said you're just gonna bust it?
There's a million ways to do it. Cover up the license plates, and then you beat on the thing and say, hey, somebody's running around the golf course crazy. And then he goes out, and then I reach in there, doop-a-doop-a-doop, hit the button open, okay, and then drive away like Scooby-Doo, doo-doo-doo, pick you up, and we're out free. $80 a night, over 2 weeks.
I don't know. It said $24 a day at most.
Please. We're in the biggest tourist ripoff.
Tell me about your anxieties about going to shore right now.
That's just when you read your rights for something like that, you know, something as innocent as a child in a swimming pool on a little rubber pool toy.
It's literally what you are.
And I get read my rights for the first time in my life. And I have to put off my plans or trip to Kauai by what? An easy month. Waiting on this over here. And people wonder why we don't like to go to land.
Ooh, that's not a much better angle. I'm trying to work for you.
You know, so whatever.
I'm sorry you're having a hard time.
It's just such a waste of time.
Dude, can you not have that camera directly on me at that angle? That's the way I'm sitting.
It's not even recording.
Yes, it is.
I'm getting a hair treatment.
You've been creeping around a lot. No, you're on film here. Alright, do it around my beard too. Just put a hole right here so I can still breathe. No. Yeah, do it for my beard. Do my beard next. Wait, I gotta redo it. No, put conditioner in here real quick. This has to be tight. Wait, alright, let me put conditioner in there. No, it's not gonna work right. Here, give me my idea. Let me do what I'm gonna do.
It's looking at me.
Look at me. Why are you lying to me?
I'm not
Why are you
lying.
lying blatantly to my
I'm
face?
not lying. I'm not video recording you right now.
Right now.
I'm not video recording you.
Flip it around then. Flip it around. Do you think I was born yesterday? Like, I can feel you. I read your thoughts before you can even know what you're thinking.
I don't think, so it's impossible.
Are you gonna film you getting your meal, like, literally handed to you?
Yeah, that would be nice. I smell something delicious. What resort are you looking for? See anyone struggling?
What?
Do you see anyone struggling?
No. Did you say what resort?
I couldn't hear. It was West something. We're on West Kaanapali.
There's like tubers over more by the west end. If you want to take a look.
Do they look like they're in distress?
No,
Alright.
I don't know. Oh wait, there's a paddleboarder over here. But there is a moving boat.
Let me see.
There's one there.
Well, do you hear the police sirens and fires? That's them over there. Probably.
I think, look, that boat's going right to it, man. That's probably him right there, yeah?
Probably. Yeah, that's a lifeguard jet ski. So just another example.
Oh, he already has somebody on the back.
Yeah, you already rescued the guy. So just another example.
He's about to rescue someone else.
Yeah. So he's getting two people right now. The lifeguard jet ski.
Look at it. Oh, that guy, they didn't get that guy. Someone is on the back. Why didn't he check on that guy?
Yeah. Trelawney boat went over there too to help out. No, just another example. Just don't get caught kind of on these leeward sides. You know, wind wraps around pretty good.
He's going right to that paddleboarder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carolina.
Did he pick him up?
They're going right to him. And then that's a lifeguard because he's got a yellow shirt, yeah?
Yeah, that paddleboard can't get back in. Terlani's gonna pick him up or get right behind him until he gets
nice job, Terlani.
Look, the paddleboard is going backwards now.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Oh, at least at both right there, I'd be like, yeah, thank you.
Oh, the other guy was on a paddleboard. He dropped the paddleboard off on the beach, and now he's dropping the guy off. Yeah, he's going to get the other guy now.
But that guy is there just waiting to make sure he's alright. So we watched 2 ocean rescues in one today at Anchor.
So anyway, moral of the story.
Oh yeah, he's hauling out back.
Yeah. Moral of the story is just be careful swimming, snorkeling, because you're coming out on vacation.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. So just watch another double rescue where the paddleboarders got too far out when it was lighter wind. Kind of tricks you into thinking you can go further out, and then next thing you know you're in the channel and it's just 20 to 30 knots, and you can't paddleboard no matter how good you are. And if you don't know your limits, basically, you know.
I'm telling you, even like for me, and I'm fairly strong, I think. So like I was paddling right, and I stayed really close to shore, but still like it was like if you stopped rowing at any moment, then it just like you're about just like boat like boom, and then you were just out. So until you get to like that little ravine thing by the hotel, you're not safe.
the tip of the gaff. We're good. That's okay. Grab that other leash and tie that leash around it. Open the leash up like you're putting it on your ankle and put it around that lifeline for that silver stanchion in front of you. Yeah. Did you tie it to that stand that's over one up front? It's okay. Let go. Let go. Okay. Just let go. You're great in high stress situations.
Look how dirty I am.
So was it yesterday with the two people and 3-4 days ago was our incident? Like I said, so it's an everyday thing, like I was saying. We needed to pull anchor anyway. Does happen a lot here, guys. I know! It's not here yet. I'm going towards Black Rock. You can meet me on the bigger boat.
Why do I have to cater to a jet ski? Yeah. Yeah. Jet ski guys, lifeguards, go lifeguards. Yeah guys, I had a full anchor anyway and check, yeah. I had a full anchor anyway and check the anchor. Later guys. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, he said let it go. I think they can handle that. No, I like the amps. I love it where it's calm but windy. We don't have to worry about power at all. What do you think? It hit the bottom. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, what I'm doing is not perfect. It's all muddy. Same. All right, go 30 less. Got our boat all dirty. Just tie it off where you think, I don't know. You'll get a feel for it. You can wrap around the cleat once if you want, just in case a big gust comes and starts ripping that out of your hand. I can make a bite around it. See how it's catching and now it's wanting to swing around, yeah. I want you to get the feel for it. You're nice. You got muddy. I'm not. It's simple. Just my fault, I'm sorry.
I didn't really look at the people. It seems kind of common for me, like, not to look at the people at all, really. It's just a situation. See how it's calmer in here now, yeah?
We look like homeless people. You were inside.
The guy even looked at my shorts. The lifeguard, the fireman lifeguard looked at me even, and he was like, "Oh,
I have no problem.
how you say?" And he's like, "Oh, you know what, you nigga, Johnny Hot on board." You're all wearing flannel and a bikini bottom. I'm covered in chain mud, and I'm just wearing whatever.
Fucking top on underneath, like. Characters alright, but that was a pretty fast. We got there almost as quick as they did.
Yeah, I wanted to pull the anchor way earlier, but it took a minute and I thought about it. I was waiting to see what you did. And I was thinking, because when I saw the jet ski, and I easily could have just been no, but you had already started pulling, and I wanted to check the anchor and be closer to shore even.
We don't need to be closer to shore. What? Are we sailing without sailing? Just how many times? Yeah, you got a pink hat down there.
Yeah, that guy was all looking at me, the lifeguard fire guy. He looked, he's like, what is going on out here?
They said they've been on that boat too long, bro.
One guy said it?
No, they probably
Oh,
didn't.
yeah. Cause I'm gonna rock your jet ski soul.
Lana, was you anchor at all or no? I didn't really look at it because I was.
I might actually go up there and watch you drop it.
Why? Did your GPS thing on? See if it's actually sand.
No. I tried turning it on.
I turned these off because we were here for a while.
Yeah. That's good.
You want me to go up there?
Not yet.
There's that jet ski, guys. They're all like, somehow we stop paddleboarding.
You're just checking out the chicks on the beach.
They got to go on a call. Did your Fruno come on?
Yeah. The other one did. Yeah.
Checking out what bars to go to tonight.
Yeah.
Is there another person in distress right there or something?
Yeah. checking out tits, I'm sure.
They got to go on a call.
Yeah, I got it. 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 They walk up to chicks. They can do whatever they want.
Can they?
Pretty much. It's a fireman. I kind of did whatever I wanted when I was a fireman. To a degree. So I got her hardcore. We're sailing in a little bit.
What does that mean?
It means we're sailing without the sails up. It means I have control in high wind, but possibly less time to maneuver, you know? See, watch when I turn hard starboard. She's moving quick too, you know? See how fast she moves? this all the way out, too. I'm not dropping it 42 foot. We'll be further out than you think, trust me. Let me do my thing, remember? Sugar pill. You want to do another drift and see where it takes us?
I don't know, we're just into those routes real fast.
Yeah, I have it on my fork, trying to go forward.
I don't want to do this.
I'll do it. Can I just do my
Yeah.
thing? Alright, you ready?
Nice to drop it slow.
And my glass ball.
My favorite thing.